Alright, everyone. Welcome back to a quick Warship Wednesdays. This will just be a long form of World of Warships, because this game's quick. It's long and boring like Ultimate Admiral. My Fat Electrician Ship Commander for the Iowa. Does not look like he has any special things. Just a voice pack. Alright, it's fine. But I stuck with battleships these days, so let's have some fun. Yeah. Let's take out my Des Moines. Yeah, it's been so long since I played, I don't remember how to do any of this. Oh, okay. Holy bejesus. Okay, yeah. No, wait. Put those back on. This is Commander XP? I don't think I need that. Alright. Andrew Shaw. I worked with an Andrew Shaw. Canadian, great guy. Introduced me to Tim Hortons. Looked like Santa Claus. Alright. I don't know why I'm even bothering to look at the tech tree. Don't even know what it looks like these days. Oh, only $47 bajillion. You know, that will never happen. No, I sold my Montana. Wanted to backtrack to the Iowa. Real ships only, please. Thank you. Who's this? Oh, the carriers. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how those play anymore. And I don't particularly care. Alright.
World of Warships?
World of Horseshit.
It's been years. It was like 2010, 2011. I don't even think it was out of beta yet when I last played this game.
I've been playing, I think, since it went public. I think. Because I see news like, hey, we're celebrating our 9th anniversary, and then like a month later, I get a message of, thanks for playing for 9 years. Um, yeah, like I remember back when the meta was just like cruisers and a few battleships only for the U.S. and Japan, and that was it.
Battle starts.
Settings, audio. That's kind of loud. I don't want it that loud. But yeah, I've actually sold a few of my tier 10 ships because I've decided that I only want to play with ships that were real. So I got rid of my Montana.
One reason I quit playing World of Warships and World of Tanks is because I didn't like the in-game tiers. But I learned how to use those sights in this game. It's where I got some of that AC-20 accuracy from, actually.
Learning how to lob stuff.
Oh, I was lobbing shit over islands, dude.
Yeah.
Because I had this period where I was playing both World of Tanks and World of Warships, and in World of Tanks, I had well, my buddy that got me into it was with the Canadian Army, and he was in a Tiger tank doing E-War and recon stuff. So, in World of Tanks, he brought me in doing all the recon stuff with him, and then one day I bought an Artie. So then we started cooperating. He would recon, and I would follow him with the Artie. And I brought that Artie, I don't know what you'd call it, preference back over here to World of Warships and just started lobbing shit. I'm like, I like being able to take a few sips of coffee before that shell hits.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a pretty lucky dodge there.
Yeah, from a Yamato's guns, I'm out.
Hit that Citadel. Oof. Uh-oh.
Ouch. Whoa.
Phew, boy, you got a whole spread chasing your ass down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one, but... Oh!
Oh my god, no, hit the brake! Yes!
Yeah!
Oh, you even dodged his shot.
Suck it, bitches! That's why I like playing cruisers.
Yeah.
And the guns on the Des Moines are just so goddamn good.
I did like the aircraft carrier too, though, I have to admit.
Must have been the old aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of flew them from the map view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed that.
Yep. Now instead of controlling entire squadrons from the map view, you control your squadrons by actually flying them around like ships. But
really?
you can only control one at a time.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
I feel like that's a step backwards.
Yeah, they wanted to make it easier to transition for people, so that.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Yeah, I don't like that mentality.
No.
I feel that makes games worse.
No, because if you're going to an aircraft carrier, I mean, that is an entirely different style of combat. So yeah, you should have a different style of gameplay.
Well, I hate the whole concept of. To me, it's sort of making things easier or trying to appeal to people that probably shouldn't be there. You know.
Yeah.
If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. And that's really one of my major complaints with Piranha. Like, I've really enjoyed their single-player MechWarrior games. I know we all bitched about them for years, getting one in MechWarrior Online, but they've taken the best parts of it out, making appeal to people that would rather play Fortnite at the end of the day. So you're kind of making the people who got you there suffer to appeal to people that have no appreciation for the product. And then the product suffers. Whew. It's about time to start telling people to get in those lifeboats there, guy.
Right?
Our team has taken the lead.
That one naval warfare game coming out, though.
Sea Power?
Yes. That's one I'll probably end up getting. Ooh, awfully close to the ground there.
Yep.
I think in real life you'd be rubbing something.
Oh, heavens, yes.
All stations proceed to capture that area.
Alright, you know what? Where exactly is this Des Moines?
Iowa. I couldn't resist.
And, you know, it's not until you say that out loud that I realize, like, oh, yeah. So, my favorite battleship and favorite cruiser are from the same place.
And they both hide in nothing but mazes of corn.
Yep.
That's Iowa. 2 cities and a cornfield.
Alright. Which way is he facing? Can I take him bow in? If I can take him bow in, I can Citadel tank him.
Yeah. I don't know, though. You might be coming up on his stern. It's hard to tell. You just lost visual on him. Yeah, you're coming up on him from behind.
Well, I still can outgun him then.
Watch out for his buddy there, right off your starboard bow, out a few kilometers. He's taking fire, but if you can finish this guy off quick enough, you might be able to help your buddy. Oh man, yeah, lay them guns level. So sexy. I didn't think you streamed porn. But boy, you're nailing it in the rear.
Boom!
Ooh, yep, right like I was worried about. He saw you.
Uh-huh.
Here it comes.
It's alright. Oof.
Not one to side ship game or side seat game here, Captain, but you might want to lower your profile a little there.
Well, I kind of got an island right here.
Yeah, and you are using their sinking buddy as cover. Your Des Moines in pretty rough shape.
Yep, I'm not going to make this turn.
Did you just lose the rudder?
No, I'm just too close to the island.
Oh, yeah, damn.
That's alright. I made a dumb move deciding to chase the enemy Des Moines out, but
Your team still seems to be on top, though.
it looks that way. Like, we should be able to flush out everyone else. Yeah. Shimakaze over here. Oh,
Ooh.
that. Oh,
Yeah, he's getting all the torps.
Oh, the
Right there is
torpedoes.
going to finish him. That's a nice spread. Wow.
Shimakaze, man, that is the torp god.
I'm really kind of surprised that one missed, if I'm being honest.
So they have added submarines that have homing torpedoes, and they completely unbalance the game and suck, and people have kind of just stopped playing with them.
Yeah, see, when I played, everybody was wanting subs, and the devs kept saying, no, we'd throw the game off balance. No, we're never adding subs. And it sounds like they capitulated and were absolutely right about it.
Yep. So in the end, they spend all this time developing, like, you know, actual depth to these maps. You know, there's different regions that are different depth. You know, I've played with the subs. They can be challenging to use. And one of the reasons why I played with them as much as I did was to learn their weaknesses.
Yeah,
And
I would do that.
I have gone sub hunting in the USS Arizona and been successful. The Arizona is, I think, my only premium ship I have. It was one of those where they just gave it to me,
Yeah.
and At first, I was like, it's a tier 6. I'm already past that. I don't need it. And so I got rid of it. Like, I sold it. And then they gave it to me again. I'm like, you know what? I'm from Arizona. I should at least, like, hang out with it for a bit. So I actually took it out and learned, like, oh, this thing makes shit tons of money. Like, it makes twice as much money as it should. And it has ridiculously low maintenance costs. So, in terms of, like, farming the in-game credits, it's great. And it has really good guns. Like, the spread is really good at tier 6.
Man, there was one game I was playing during or around this era. It's down now, and it's sad it's down because I feel like it was one of those diamond in the rough games that was underappreciated. Like they didn't market it well enough or something because it was really a good game.
Yeah.
And it's called Fractured Space. And it was sort of a Starship Battle version of World of Warships combined with a MOBA. Now, I hate MOBAs, but this was the only MOBA I ever liked and thought was actually good. I can send you a video of it sometime when I was out prowling in that game's equivalent to a sub, which was basically a stealth rocket ship. I would stealth around cloaked and come up behind people and just bombard them with close range rockets and vanish. I don't think I have them public anymore, but I've got some videos of me on playing it out in YouTube, and that game was really fun because you would just wind up getting in these epic like space battles.
Nice.
And you sort of had all the same roles there, like your tanky ships, your fast strikers, and all of that. It was really a good game, but I feel like it got underappreciated, just didn't make it.
Oh wow, it's a dumb skin. It's got like spaceshipy stuff on the Yamato. I see
And it
them.
sounds like lasers.
Yeah, I see these kind of things so infrequently that now I'm actually like, oh wow, neat. Yeah, there was definitely a while there where it seemed like all you were ever up against was anime girls.
Yeah.
Did you ever? What was when you did play this? What was your primary meta? What were you playing?
I
Yeah.
was generally Japanese cruisers and torpedo boats, though I did start getting into like the aircraft carriers near the end.
Okay. So
It's been a long time.
I started with the U.S. cruisers, and I mean you definitely went like the right way because the Japanese destroyers are snipers.
Yeah, well, I wasn't playing alone.
Yeah.
When I war game, I have a tendency to listen to actual warriors.
Yeah.
Learn from them.
So playing U.S. cruisers, I got to have some time with the broken as fuck tier 6 Cleveland. Which I don't know if you remember anything about what that ship was like.
Vaguely.
Going up against it. It was so overpowered in the tier that they nerfed it, and then they moved it to tier 8. So I have both. I have the tier 6 and the tier 8, but I had a match in that where like every part of an enemy person's ship was on fire. And he's like, I have never been so on fire in my entire life.
Kind of got me considering reinstalling this game if I'd have somebody to play with.
Oh yeah, this game is so much more fun to play with other people.
Every now and again, I'll get a memory on Facebook of when I played it.
Bottom rung of the surviving team. Oh well. Who got the killing blow on the Des Moines? Oh, the incomparable.
In hindsight, I think you would have been better off not chasing him around the island and actually doing a U-turn and catching him when he came back around.
Possibly. It was fun to panic him out, though. But
Yeah,
man, did it cost me when I forget that the the Italian battleships get to do that bullshit smoke drop thing.
yeah. But it's an effective, long-held strategy in naval warfare at that time.
Yeah.
Puff the smoke.
Wow, I actually I came out ahead. I never come out ahead.
Well, that's new. We'll give you a 20-foot shipping container.
Full of coal.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So yeah, let's see. Let's go down my list of ships right now. So I did grind up to the Yamato, just because I wanted to.
Such a great ship, but so useless in practice.
Yeah. It's so wide. It is so easy to hit.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. When it was conceived of, it thought, oh, we shoot over horizon. Nobody hit us. So,
Yeah, the problem is that they didn't have fire control radar the way we did.
Nope.
So it's like, okay, you can lob shells over the horizon, but you're not going to hit anything.
And you're not going to be sending them in the volume to get accuracy through superior firepower there.
Yep. So I hung on to my Tier 3 cruiser, the St. Louis, because this thing is...
World War One, beautiful.
This thing is like pocket battle tank. It has 14 152 millimeter guns and 18 76 millimeter guns. And just, yeah.
It's the old school broadside arrangement.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally World War One era.
Yeah, this thing is glorious. This is definitely the best ship in Tier 3. Like, I will solo battleships every time with this. All day, every day. Here's my one submarine I have.
The one.
The one. The Arizona. She's got a beautiful paint job, similar to what the Texas is getting right now. I do laugh when Japanese dive bombers get a magazine strike on me. Feel that, period accurate deaths are hilarious.
Right. Oh, we're not gaudy at all.
No.
I wonder what nation that's for.
I don't even remember putting this on here. I don't even know where I got this.
Must have been drunk at the time.
Probably. So yeah, I decided.
America,
Fuck it. Yeah. So this is my Cleveland. I decided to make this one gaudy as fuck. My Iowa, with the fat electrician as my captain. This is a fully maxed out Iowa. So I've got the faster rudder shift times and all that good shit.
Does Fat Electrician give it the gangster lean?
No, he does not come with any fun special things like, oh, when you take flooding, your guns increase in range or anything like that.
Right, I feel that should be a thing.
It should be.
The ability to list it to one side or the other.
But no, he's just a voice pack. But I had to put him in the Iowa because I don't have a Texas.
All that primitive radar dish.
Yeah.
So majestic.
Going over this thing, having been on an Iowa class battleship and learning about all their different gun directors and everything, and then coming back and looking at it like this and being like, oh yeah, okay, so Here's, the forward gun director that's actually for the 5-inch guns. Here's the side director for the 5-inch guns. Here's the rear director for the 5-inch guns. Here's the aft director for the 16-inch. Way up here is the forward director for the 16-inch. And any of these 5-inch ones can have the 16-inch slave to them.
It's like, why does a single gun take so many people to operate? Well, Timmy.
These little radars here are actually for directing the 40 millimeter batteries. So even the 40 millimeter holocrons are radar guided, because why the fuck not? It's just
No
like,
Chicago pianos?
let's see, we got some 20 millimeters.
They may have been replaced.
I don't see any 50s. I don't think they put anything smaller than a 20 on here.
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
I think they were more anti-air anyway, weren't they?
Well, I mean, that's what, like, all of this in here is anti-air.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are bonkers. Let's see. The gearing for when I feel like being a ninja.
Ninja.
Ninja. Oh, okay. So, one thing that they did as a meta change, which I thought was absolute bullshit, was that it used to be that because these guns here are the exact same thing as these guns here. And they used to let these fire beyond your visibility range. One of those things where like, all right, well, if somebody else is, spotting this target, yeah, you can fire from beyond your concealment range. The same way that you can fire torps in your Japanese subs.
Right.
The notion being that, even when shooting and your visibility range expanding, because these are so close to the water, they're still not going to be seen from as far away as they can shoot. So you could stealth fire your main battery with American destroyers, and then they changed that and made it so that if you're firing, your detectability goes all the way up to whatever the range of your guns is.
Lame.
But yeah, can't remember if I equipped this one to be a gunboat or a torpedo boat. Looks like I have it set up to be... Is this? Well, that's just main armament. Aiming system. I don't know, I can't really tell right now how I set this up. Let me check the commander. Oh, gunboat. Okay. So yeah, the gearing. This is my Shimakaze Hunter, because it's small enough and nimble enough that I can slip through their torpedoes, and I just rush their smoke cloud and gun them to death.
The Wind Hunter?
Yeah. Des Moines, already gone over. We actually have one of these out here in New England, the USS Salem. They are a lot narrower than they look. Maybe I'm just spoiled by being on battleships as museums. But yeah, these are super narrow. But what's really cool about this one is, so like they have the radar tower up here, and they actually show you the repeaters of like how the radar directions work. Like what the screens look like and all that. And this bell back here, you can actually ring it.
Novelty.
Yeah. So that was fun. And they do like sleepovers and stuff back here, and like all the berthing areas are open back here, so you can just go down and visit the bunks for no reason whatsoever. Uh, yeah, so it was a fun little trip. Um, it's nice having something like that handy.
Right.
Now, ironically, while Worcester is very close, we do not have a Worcester class cruiser. Um, this is, I call this like the non-premium version of the Atlantean Fire Hose. The Atlanta's, I don't remember what tier it is, but it was a premium ship. It's got the 6 gun turrets, and it's just a fire hose. If it starts not group firing, but streaming its turrets, it's an almost unending stream of shells, and it'll just burn you to death. So
Right.
when you get to
That's how
tier,
I set up my energy mix.
yeah, so when you get to tier 10, you can just do that with this. Let's see what else. The tier 8 British cruiser Edinburgh, because I was trying to grind up that line. These are interesting to play with because they play like halfway between cruisers and destroyers. The problem is that they got small shitty guns and they only have armor-piercing ammo. They don't have HE. So once you get up against things like the Yamato, you're like, well, I can't hurt you.
You right?
Aim for the superstructure and hope for the best. Is this the only friendship I still have? The Normandy?
All the French warfare jokes I've got to stifle back.
Yeah, see, there's the white flag. Yeah.
It can only win when not commanded by a Frenchman.
Yes. So this one I held on to for like personal Mass Effect memes, just so I'm the commander of the Normandy. Sadly, I'm not Shepard.
Har har.
Har har.
I do not have any expectations for the new Mass Effect, and I doubt I'll even give it the time of day. That series is done, as far as I'm concerned.
You know,
anything past that's a shameless cash grab.
It's one of those things where I don't want to believe that it's done. Like, I don't want it to be done, but if I'm honest with myself, it has been 5 years since I've done a playthrough of it, and I never played Andromeda. I mean, I have like 13 full playthroughs of the first 3 games, and I saw something different every time. And I have found out that there are still things I have not seen that make me want to go do a 14th playthrough. And it's just, I can't find the motivation anymore to do it.
I might have to pop off because it's 7 o'clock, and that's when the lack of net neutrality pretty much removes our internet around here.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Around 7 o'clock, our internet practically dies. Thanks, Trump. It's every day. Peak time every day. Like, I had to drop the stream because your voice and your stream became like a 1 frame, 1 syllable per second, maybe slideshow.
Oh, God. That sucks.
Yep. Can't wait to be rid of Comcast, and the fiber's getting close.
Fiber was great with the
I'm
brief
on the
time
waiting
that I had
list
it.
for it out here. I mean, it's going to end up faster and cheaper when it gets out here. And I have nothing but a seething, hell-driven hatred for Comcast anyway, so...
Well, that's healthy.
Yeah, I mean, that just means I'm an adjusted person.
Yeah, yeah. Comcast
Same
is
people
garbage.
hate Comcast.
I saw
They
something.
only changed...
I saw like a little blurb that they had to spin off their cable and sports divisions, and I'm like, oh, it's because they had an actual fucking monopoly. If you want cable,
Oh.
you get Comcast. You want internet in most places, you get Comcast. There
Yep,
is
they
no
have a
option.
monopoly. And I feel like monopolies should be spread out to more than just one company controlling everything, because we've got things monopolized between 2 and 3 companies now, just working together to own the market. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that's only going to get better. Hopefully my voice conveyed sufficient amounts of sarcasm and doubt.
Very much so. All right. Well, if you end up having to pop off, I understand.
Well, it's cleared up now. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
All right. Fair enough.
But yeah, when it started going slow, I looked at the time. I'm like, oh, it's 6:55. Well, time for the daily slowdown.
I was, for a while, a member of a clan in here.
We're Clan Seafox.
Clan Snack Cobra. You know, it actually, ironically, the way Kriegsmarine 3 was run very much reminded me of, like, the BPL and the auxiliary. Like, everyone was just being chill as hell, even when it was clan battle season. Like, we didn't care if we won, we just wanted to get together and have a good time playing together.
And see, that's the thing. I know I have fought Mr. Tex in MWO. Because once I learned what his name was, I remember seeing it.
You're like,
And
I've seen Texicus, yeah.
Oh yeah, I've totally whooped his ass too. Did I ever tell you about the time I went assassinating my former WoW and my former WoW guild, and they were the people that got me into competitive Mech Warrior and shit?
No.
Then when the NWO came out, I went systematically hunting him down and assassinating him. In Jenners too. But yeah, like Rachel and I were big into MWO, or not MWO, World of Warcraft back in the day, and our guild, we were big. We were kind of famous on our server and stuff. And I was considered one of the best mages on that server. And, well, they got me into the Mech Warrior, competitive Mech Warrior games. Like, they were in some league. I can't even remember. We were running Mech Warrior 3 and 4 at the time, but mostly 3 when I started. And this was obviously long before MWO. This was in the drought of Mech Warrior games in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And we got good. We got some wins, but they were ultimately a bunch of douche canoes that we couldn't get along with. So I just. And a couple years later is an accurate assessment there. MWO came out. And eventually they got up to my yellow level. And I started noticing them. Oh, there's Christian Antari. There's Cryptic Ninja. So I just went straight up assassinating them. And I would just dart straight across the freaking field with Jenner and go, Mr. Castins his regards. Just tore them out from behind. Yeah, you didn't want to be a friend of mine on the opposite team because you'd be the first person I go after. I'm not getting smart. I'm sorry. I know if you're good or not. I know what your weaknesses are. I'm coming for you to get you off the board. I tried to reinstall MWO, but I had no luck. I might try again, but it might be better if I just don't.
I only installed it for the first time a while ago.
Well, I mean, I popped up in the NextX Discord and was remembered the better part of a decade later. So, and apparently a lot of my mech builds are still the meta in MWO. But even since they came out with all the clan shit, 'cause I quit playing like right when the clan shit came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, nobody's good enough to take or to drive a Nova," and a buddy of mine was like, "Yeah, well, he can," and I did. That trigger discipline I'm always on about.
Yeah. Trigger disciplines for losers. I want to shoot.
Oh,
Yeah, but I just scored like 24 hits on this Iowa.
yeah, you went Vanguard on them. Got disconnected from the rest of your, I don't know what you call that, flotilla
Yeah.
task force.
I mean, I was.
No, I'm not familiar with this map.
Oh yeah.
I don't
So-
think this one was around when I played.
So yeah, this is one of the. Well, I guess this would definitely be newer to you maps. Lots of Arctic islands. It's kind of fun. This set of islands right here can be particularly troublesome because, like, a big ship can fit between these islands, but only a destroyer can slide between these.
It's funny because I was just thinking that, looking at the map. I was like, why aren't people hiding in these little cubby holes?
Because, boy, do you get trapped. Like, I thought, oh, okay, my plan was to slide up alongside this island, use it as cover from the right, and just, like, face tank these guys over here. But then there ended up being 2 battleships over here and something else over yonder that had enough shell drop that they could still hit me as I was alongside this island. And then I had to back way up to dodge the torps. But I did dodge the torps. But, didn't work out so well. I actually did way more damage this time than I did last time. But I guess that's what happens when I'm basically farming battleships for hits. What is this Yumahari? Whoa, look at these guns.
Well, he's having a fiery little time.
Yeah. Hey,
Woo.
melted all the snow off his ship, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He hit that Los Andes hard.
Yeah, but he's getting pelted.
All stations, reporting the position of
I feel like he's not doing quite enough evasive here.
Yeah. Well, he unfortunately may be one of those battleship builds that can't turn for shit. Shame, though, because he's skinny as heck.
Mm-hmm.
He should totally be trying to face tank things more.
Yeah, he should have been doing a lot more S-turning, putting his nose into them when
Yeah.
ships are coming in and stuff.
He'd be a really hard target to hit, and you could still get off 2 turrets while you're face tanking.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was my thing when I would play in the clan battles, is it was always, to me, it was like, all right, how can I best support the clan? And in a clan battle, you could only have, like, 2 battleships. And we had one guy who was like, I only have the Yamato at tier 10. And I was like, all right, well, there goes one of the battleships. And
Yep.
so I would always take the Des Moines. And yeah, if I could get the enemy cruisers on my bow, I could just face tank them and burn them to death because I had such a high rate of fire and a high fire chance.
I guess I just have a different mind for games like this because I would come in doing the whole S turn and time my turn with the rotation and reload of my turrets. So when
That's
I'm coming around to do the turn, I'm ready to fire. Then I can go defensive until I'm ready to fire again.
well, the thing with some of these battles, like the ones that are sticking in my head, is they end up very close range,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to go alongside them and get like in the middle of their formation.
Yeah, but
Like
I consider that like a positioning issue. You should strive to keep yourself at a better engagement distance, you know?
these were small maps,
Oh,
and they were objective raid maps.
okay. So,
So
yeah, you do have to get in there.
right, so it was like, all right, I am going to hold this line while you guys go hit the objective, and nothing is going to get past me. And so yeah, like I'm facing them, but I'm in full reverse
Yeah,
to not
in
have
full
them.
tank.
Yeah, but I mean the Des Moines does fine with the S turns. Not as nice as say the Worcester, which unfortunately the Worcester has pretty bad angles. You have to get like more than 30 degrees off the bow in order to get all your guns into play.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, still came out ahead. Anytime I come out with positive credits in a tier 10 ship, I'm happy. Because that absolutely will not happen if I take the battleships.
Well, now I probably should really pop off here and start thinking about dinner since we haven't done that yet.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Later.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, 0. Uh, so I think here I'm going to want to try to push over here. I think that's going to be my play. See, I've got the gearing, Minnesota, and Montana on my side. Wow. Okay.
Battle starts.
Oh, it's one of these. Not overly a fan of this game mode.
Awaiting instructions.
But I'll try to run out and pick it for the gearing. All right, all right. I mean, from a strategic point of view, I pushed that Ohio. So, you know, did my job. Let the Montana finish him. Oh, wow, a buffalo. This was the ship I got my first Kraken in. That's a good hit. Yes. Can't believe I got overpens on a frickin' battleship with plunging fire. That sounds like bullshit. Ooh, shit. One of those must have been a Citadel. Nice.
Our team has taken the lead.
Good night. Oof, all overpens. That's frustrating. Yeah, props to this Des Moines. Alright, so half the team died. I wonder where I will fall into that. Bottom. Yeah, alright. Fair. G shells. Fire. You had a baddie fire. Oh man, my AP shells definitely did more damage per hit. $15 over pens, 62 pens. That was a good time. Still ended up in the positive. Enemy destruction effects. What? Abstract, thematic. Hmm. Nah. Buy? No, 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 no. I don't buy. I will simply demount. The Annapolis Super Cruiser. What time is it? 7:30? Yeah, you know what? I did 3 rounds, did some chatting. That's good enough. Call it a night. Alright. Thanks for sailing with me. See you next time.